take care of it. Resident Evil.
Welcome again, everybody. Trinity here. When we last left off, we had just gotten the battery, and we're going to head back out to the waterfall area, because that's where it's used to activate those elevators and do a little manipulating of the waterfalls and that water pool out there. So we're about to leave the mansion. One thing you want to make sure you get before you leave is you want to keep, obviously you want the battery, but you also need to get the crank. So we're going to put these metals up, get the square crank. You put both of these metals up. Obviously, you don't need the ink ribbons. We don't need the Magnum rounds either. I don't know if you guys have been using your Magnum up to this point, but I would recommend that you not use it. Save it for the very last area, because that's where some of the strongest enemies are. And that Magnum really comes in handy with the boss fights and some of the general enemies. The grenade launcher and your shotgun is strong enough from here on out until you get to the end, and then you can crack out the Magnum. So save it if you can. The doorknob has been repaired. This is the door that Barry repaired a while back. Also, from here on out, unless you've totally had to burn through a lot of your ammunition, you don't need your handgun anymore, which means you don't need to pick up any handgun bullets. So, like I said, unless you have no bullets whatsoever and are really having to use a handgun on things like hunters and things like that, if you're still doing pretty good with other ammo, just put your handgun up. I won't be using my handgun again from here on out, and I'm going to try not to pick up any ammo because it just wastes an inventory spot. I'm going to go ahead and take this because those stupid snakes out there are really annoying. I'm going to go out this door here. We're basically going right back to the area where we used the crank to drain that pool a while back. It's empty right now because I killed those dogs earlier. Let me equip my shotgun so I don't accidentally use my grenade launcher. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you this over here. I don't know if I pointed this out the first time we came through, but over here is the elevator shaft. Obviously the elevator is not there. The elevator is at the bottom. But the elevator won't come up right now because it doesn't have a battery. It doesn't have power. So what we're going to do right now is go around the long way and power up the elevator with that battery that we brought. So now this pool is still drained of water, which is, we want it drained right now, so we're going to go across. And over here is where those stupid snakes are. Hate this part. Do your best to dodge them. Don't waste your bullets on them and just hope that they don't bite you. Wow, pure luck. Pure luck. They almost always get me at least once. If they do bite you when you're on your way through there and you get poisoned, just remember there's blue herbs right there. No big deal. Now down here you'll see that there's this waterfall, but behind it, it looks like there's something beyond it. It's actually a ladder back there, something like a ladder or a door, something like that, and that's where we want to go. But for some reason, I guess she's made out of, I don't know, cotton candy or something. She can't get wet, or she'll evaporate or something. So we can't go underneath the raging waterfall. We got to stop it. So over here is where that elevator is that we saw up above. And this is where we put in the battery. Battery is in, elevator is active, now we can go up. Now to get that, now that waterfall wasn't always there. The waterfall began when we drained that pool earlier. Okay, so we can get around that way. Now that we're done with that, and now that we have the elevator running, we now have a different way to get down to that courtyard without having to cross this pool. So now we can divert the water back into the pool, which will stop the waterfall. And that's what all this has been about here. Which is why you have to remember to bring your crank. Back over here, and use the crank. You see the water is filling back up now. The sound of the waterfall seems to have stopped. Okay, gonna head back around. Now you see the water's back up. We can't cross now that the water's there because she, again, is allergic to water or something. But it doesn't matter because now we have the elevator activated. We could take the elevator back down. And down we go. Now let's go to where the waterfall once was, and we see now it's open. And we can go in there. Yeah, it's a ladder. Okay. Down we go. And here we are in one of the creepiest spots in the game. The first thing we want to do is just ignore this door for right now and go straight, because right around the corner here is an item box. Put up the crank. I'm gonna go ahead and put up this first aid spray because I don't think I need it. But I want to make sure you get one of your bigger guns. If you've got a grenade launcher, grab it. Again, try to save your Magnum if you can, but if your grenade launcher is the biggest thing you've got, or your shotgun, whatever it is, get a big gun. Now we want to head back. Now we'll go through this door. Dropping off the crank, because we're not going to need it for a while, is another part of just inventory management. Makes things easier, keeps space open. Will you take the acid shells? Yes, we will. I'm going to go ahead and load those in. And I'm going to go ahead and equip this thing too. If you got the grenade launcher, just take my advice and just go ahead and equip it. Okay, we're in here now. I don't need that right. I don't need the herb right now. We could take a look at this. The elevator's power source is a round lid. Open it. No, don't open it. We'll get to this later. But this is the power source for this elevator here in the middle of the room for future reference. We'll be getting back to that later. On the ground over here are handgun bullets, but again, I don't use the handgun anymore, so I'm not going to pick up the bullets and waste the inventory space. But if you're still using the handgun, then obviously definitely pick it up. Through the door here.
Is that you, Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Yeah.
Stop! Are you with anybody, Jill?
No, but why?
The stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
Ooh.
Enrico! Traitor? Who?
Well, Enrico's mustache really sucked. All right, now that he's dead, whoever did this is definitely a professional, I guess. Wait, he's holding something. Make sure you pick this up. Now, the difference between this crank and the other crank, if you examine it, is this one is known as the hexagonal crank because of the tip. The other one's just square. You can't use the square crank in the places that we're going to need to use this one. So that's the difference. If you put them both in the box and you're trying to figure out which is which, you want the hexagonal crank for this. Oh, hello. Surprise. I knew that damn thing was coming, but I was so busy talking I forgot. He actually scared me a little bit. Don't tell anybody, though. And get ready for that. That happens a lot down here. Freaking monsters jumping out. Now we're gonna head out of here. All the way back out. with the friend. Still alive. Okay. Let's head back out. Let's head back towards the item box. The first thing we're gonna do actually is I'm gonna grab this. Take the hexagonal crank with you because you're gonna need it here in about 2 seconds. Again, make sure you got a big gun with some strong ammo. Be ready for a fight. Whoops. Not quite, there we go. Obviously you see here there's a big chasm there, but that's where the crank comes in. Just use it right here. And there we have it. One more thing before I go in here. I'm gonna make use of all this first aid stuff that I have. In fact, I'm gonna take the mixed herb. There we go. When you combine a green, a red, and a blue, then you end up with an herb that will completely refill your health and cure you if you're poisoned. So that's what I have now. So go through this door and be ready. What's up with this rock? A huge boulder blocks the way. Oh hell. Haul ass. I can't tell you how many times I've made a mistake with my controls trying to run away from that stupid boulder and it's crushed me, and that's just it. That's the end of the game. You're dead. Really sucks. So be ready to haul ass and don't screw up, because you'll have to start over from wherever your last save is. And back in the day when I was doing the speed runs of this game, I wouldn't have saved a long time ago. I'd have to go back just for that cheap death from that boulder. Okay, in we go. Are you guys still ready? I hope so. Ugh. God, freaking thing. It's so hard to dodge that attack. Get up. It does some damage on you, but honestly, I just heal myself up and just stand there and just blast it. Now when he dies, or I guess it's a she, when she dies, see all the little spiders that come out? They'll hurt you if you let them, if they get close to you. The best way to deal with them is just leave the room and just turn around and come back and they'll have disappeared. But I don't really have a ton of strategy for that boss. By the time it gets to the point where you're about to die, it usually dies first if you got strong weapons. So I just bring in a healing potion and just blast the thing and heal myself up after a few hits. We got to pick up this knife here, which sucks that you have to have this stupid knife back in your inventory, but it's the only way to get out of this door, which is covered with spider webs. So to cut them, you actually have to, you know, act like you're attacking an enemy and go through your combat motions so she'll swipe them. It's not an automatic thing. Get your gun back out, go on through the door. Okay. There's a map of the courtyard, we'll take it. Alright. Herbs here if you needed them from the fight. Okay. Oops, wrong way. Down this way. We have another hole in the floor. And again, we'll use the crank. But this one's a little different. Using it one time doesn't actually open up anything, because there's nothing on the end of this hallway but that boulder. So on this one, you actually have to use the crank 3 times in a row, because the secret is the door is to the left, as you see here. And that's where we want to go. But you got to go there quick. There we go. And that's the end of the surprise boulders. So if you made it through those 2, you're in good shape. I don't really want that first aid spray, but there's a first aid spray back there if you need it. Or a first aid item, I guess, would be more appropriate. Sometimes it's an herb. But I'm gonna leave it there and go this way. This puzzle's pretty straightforward. When you get down here, you see you have the statue here. Then you have this opening in the wall there. So obviously you have to get this statue into that slot, but you see that it's not only in the wrong position in the room, it's actually turned the wrong direction. So the first thing you want to do is push it down here in front of this discoloration on the wall, which we're about to see when the camera angle changes. See that? Go over here to the crank spot again and use the crank. And you'll see that it's like a little brick wall that pushes out the statue. Now once you got that, use it again. It's the quickest way to get rid of the wall. Now this circle in the middle of the floor just turns things around, so step on it, you'll see what I mean. See, it does quarter turns. So we're gonna move the statue onto it until we get it to face the direction that we want it to go. Okay, now push it onto here. Damn it. There we go. It's not quite the right spot that we want it. We got it halfway there, so we're going to push it one more time onto it, so it'll spin it one more time. There we go. Then push it down. A lot of camera changes in this room. Easy to get disoriented sometimes. There we go. Will you take the cylinder? Yes, we will. I like that creepy music in this area. I always have. Now we're gonna head back to where we saw that elevator earlier, where I made a point to show you guys the control panel. We're gonna actually use the control panel now. Back across the spider room. Ugh, I hate that room. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Back to the item box. We can put this stupid knife up, as we are done with it. Oops, I didn't mean to put that. Definitely don't want to pick that up. I think we're done with the crank. I think we're done with the crank too. I probably could have put that up too, but. Back to the elevator room. There'll be no more enemies jumping out at you through these hallways, by the way, when you're heading back to the elevator, so you can run with a little more peace of mind. There's the elevator. And this is where the elevator control panel is. Now we'll inspect it. The elevators will inspect it. So I'll open that. Will you take the shaft? Yes. Oh, she got the shaft. Combine the item we just got with the shaft. Creates a cylinder shaft. Now you want to examine it. Now you see here, as you spin it around, you see those Roman numerals, but they're not lined up. It's actually a type of a code. It's like a key combination. You have to line up these numbers and then enter the code that they spell out into the elevator power source to turn it on. Symbols are carved in the side. Will you turn it? Yes. Basically just turn it until the numbers line up, so. Almost there. There we go. See, now they're all lined up. Now we're going to use it here. And now we have to enter the code. The code is always 4231. So say yes, you want to press a button. 4, 2, 3, 1. Looks like the power's been restored. Now, even though the code is always 4231, you still have to spin the cylinder around to match up the numbers or the code won't work. So you always have to spin those numbers around and then enter that code for it to work. Into the elevator we go. And that's bullets over there that I'm not going to pick up. I don't know if that's the same bullets or a different one, but we don't need them. Away we go. There's an elevator switch. Press it. Yes.
Jill!
Barry? Thank God you're safe.
You too, Jill. A noise I heard brought me down here, but I didn't expect to find a place like this. Have any idea as to what might be at the bottom?
There's only one way to find out.
Down we go. Barry shows up at the darndest times, doesn't he? Uh-oh.
What the hell is that sound? It could be a person.
Could be. Could be a hamburger.
Jill, go check it out. We had enough surprises for one day. I'll stay here and secure our escape route in case something happens.
Okay.
That is the worst plan I have ever heard in my life. Let's see. Alright. I don't know where I'm going. I want to go through this door. I thought maybe there was an item box over there, but the item box may be up this way. Down into the bowels of this place. Oh, let's go to the left. Oh, there's Lisa. Always go left first. Take note of that switch right there. We're going to be needing that, but don't hit it yet. Just know where it's at. Gonna run across this way and into this door. Now, when you enter that room, it's just easier to remember that when you hit the spot where you hit the T where you have to go left or right, go left, because whichever way you go first is the direction Lisa is going to appear in. So if you go to the right, she would appear to the right hallway first, and you'd have to turn around and go back left. But we wanted to go here, which is to the right, which means the first place you want to go is to the left, so she shows up over there and leaves the path open for us to run past the switch into here. Now, if you go the other way and she pops up on the other side, it's not a big deal. It just means you got to run all the way around in the opposite direction in a circle and try to slip past her to get into here. And it's just easier if you just go left and draw her that way and then go right. Ooh, look at the shiny stuff. We'll take the Magnum rounds. We'll take the battery pack. I will not take the ammo, but it's there if you need it. Now, what we're going to do in here is we're going to push this box onto that grate. Our elevator looking thing. Cargo gate. Okay. Start it up. We'll see where that ended up later on. But now we gotta head back out there where Miss Lisa is, still haunting the hallways. Now we're gonna leave here and go all the way out. But you're gonna have to dodge her more than likely, so just be ready. Just keep going. Don't mess with the switch yet. Ugh. Creepy.
Barry!
Great, thanks, Barry. Yeah, here's the item box. This is what I was looking for earlier. We're gonna put this up. Oh, great, 2 knives that I'll never use again. You put the crank up too. We don't need it. We don't really need the big weapon, but I'm gonna keep it just because I'm paranoid. But I'm gonna take that because I think, yeah, she put me on caution. And I'm gonna take one more with me just in case. Now, since Barry took the elevator, obviously we can't go that way, so we're gonna go down this ladder. And there's the box that we just pushed a little while ago onto the, whatever the hell that was, elevator transport thing. Push it over to the side. See that flashing light and the yellow black stripe thing? That's a trash compactor. Push the box into there and then hit the button. Press the switch. Crushy crush. Ah, what do we have here? Down we go. Will you take the broken flamethrower? Yes, we will. Why we'll need that will be apparent here in just a minute. This is one area where the puzzles, pushing the box and picking up the flamethrower, don't make a ton of sense. I don't think they're really all that logical until you just kind of grab them and then kind of bumble your way into what you're supposed to do with these items. I don't think it's very intuitive. I just happen to know what I'm supposed to do with this stuff, but I remember the first time I came through here, I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this box? Why am I pushing this box here? You know, what am I supposed to do with this flamethrower before I finally got it? Now we get to go play with Lisa again. Yay, us. Same drill, run to the left so she appears over there. See? Now we want to hit this switch though. Pull it. You'll see these hooks pop out of the wall on this door. Now we got to get our ass to that door quick as we can, which is down here. Ah! And put the broken flamethrower on those hooks. And it unlocks this door. Whew. God, I hate that stupid creature. Okay, now we're done with her. For now, at least. It's a creepy ass place. Into the water. And yay, more snakes. You know the drill, just haul ass. Okay, there we are. Looks like we're in some kind of bedroom. Make sure you don't miss this. Will you take the jewelry box? Yes. And as always, we'll examine it. Press the button. You got the stone ring. A family picture and notes. Let's see what this says. There's something written on the back. November 10th, 1967. Progenitor virus administered. Jessica. Administered virus type A. Plasmolyzing? Whatever the heck that is. Of tissue during cell activation. I guess that means something bad happened to her cells. I'm going to put those 2 and 2 together on that one. Virus fusion negative. Action disposed. Lisa. Notice that's the name of that creature that I keep calling it. That's actually Lisa. Administered virus type B. Plasmolyzing of tissue during cell activation. Virus fusion positive but delayed fusion. Body modification observed constant results. Status continue protective observation. George. Action terminated. November 30th, 1967. And I'm assuming that George, Jessica, and Lisa are the people pictured there in the photograph. There's a journal left by someone. Let's see what it says. November 14th, 1967. I feel dizzy after that shot they gave me. I don't see Mom. Where did they take her? She promised that we would escape together. Did she escape alone and leave me behind? November 15th, 1967. I found Mom. We ate together. I was very happy. But she was a fake, not my real mom. Same face, but different inside. Have to find Mom. Have to give face back to Mother. I got Mom's face back. Nobody can have my mom except me. I attach her face to me so she doesn't go away, because Mom's sad when I meet her without her face. November 17th, 1907. From inside box sent to Mommy. Maybe true mother there. Stone box hard, it hurt. Steel rope in the way. Can't see Mother because 4 stones. Now this paragraph here is a hint to an upcoming battle. So take note of that. Mother in the stone box with steel ropes and 4 stones. We're not really using these self-defense weapons anymore, but can't hurt to take them, you never know. Up the ladder we go. Up the ladder again. And we are back out at Lisa's shack, the place where we first encountered her, way back, and I don't even remember what video it was in. It's been a minute. But what we're doing here is we have to go all the way back to the mansion now and get the metal object that we used to unlock the door to get out here in the first place. I don't know if you remember that or not, but you will. I'm going to go ahead and go there now and get back to the mansion. Be careful on your way back, because you may run into a few surprises along the way, because I think we left a zombie out here. We killed it, but I think we left the body out here, so he's probably going to come bum rushing us when we get out here. Yep, there he is. Damn it, I missed. Bastard. No, I'm still in good shape. Down we go. I think that's the only enemy. I think there may be one more zombie out here somewhere, but that's the only crimson head. I think. Don't let it make a liar out of me. Back through the gate. This opens up to the area where where the crows were, where we got the Magnum. There's a zombie right there, but we're not going to mess with him. Oh, he's too slow. He's a regular zombie, so I'm not going to try to waste my ammo on him. We'll never be back this way again, so just skip it. Save your bullets. This is the last time we'll be seeing a lot of these areas, actually. Back to the mansion. In here. And there is the metal object. Stone and metal object. Will you take it? Yes. Now you see this is a suspiciously shaped just like that. So that'll come in handy later. Back inside, we're heading back to the save room because there's a metal object that we stored a long time ago, and that's what we need. Quickest way to get back to the save room is through here. And here we are. Inside the box here, you should have a metal object. There it is. Take it out. Combine it with the ring, and now you have 2 stone and metal objects. These two things unlock a door in the main lobby of the house. I don't know if you call it a dining room area, but the main center area. I think we may have looked at it once, but it was locked, and we heard some creepy moans coming from the other side. That's where we're going to be taking those 2 objects, but we're going to be doing that on the next video. So when we start that video, that'll be it for the mansion. We'll be leaving this place forever, or at least until Chris shows up, but Jill will be done with it, so we'll be doing that next time. Thanks you guys for watching so much. I really appreciate it. If you like the videos, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any. I upload stuff all the time. Give the video a like, give it a comment, ask me questions, anything you like. As always, I appreciate you guys watching and taking the time to hang out with me, and I'll see you next time.